So, how do you always have what you want? Well, at one point I figured out that the way to have what you want is to want what you have. I spent so much of my life not wanting what I had. There was just a part of me that was always railing against, like, whatever happened to me, there was something a little bit wrong with it, or my mind would create a condition. The thing I say is always the one thought behind all emotional pain: this should be different than it is. Whether it was me or something else, it was always a little bit, well, not always, always happy a lot of the time and really grateful and really connected. And yet there was a lot of time when I was in angst and anxiety and trying to control and trying to change and believing things should be different than they were, or believing I was a victim of someone else's behaviors, someone else's choices. I had this clear, the reason this happens is because we have a clear picture in our mind of how it should be. Our monkey minds like to, maintain an illusion of control so that they feel like we've got this. Okay, we've got this. I know what needs to happen here. And then when it doesn't happen, we're left believing, oh, that's not what I want. I wanted something else. I'm Shawn Mashey, and I'm a happiness and self-solidarity coach and author, and I really have pretty much learned how to want what I have, and I've created a system that really helps people want what they have, and that lets them have what they want: their lives, their relationships, their health, their bodies, their relationship to themselves, most of all. And they start moving into self-solidarity. So how do we do that? Well, part of it is just based on questioning the thinking that creates the condition. And when that falls away, you're left with unconditional connection to this moment, to yourself, to others, to life. In fact, I always call that soul, S-O-A-L, self, others, and life. Unconditional connection to soul comes from questioning the thought that you even know what it should be in that moment, that you know what is a good or a bad outcome, that you know how someone else should be showing up, that you even know what you need. So you can take a thought and say, it's so funny, I hadn't thought this part through, but I'm trying to think of one that I just had. I need her to stop taking this personally. So by creating that condition, the conditional thought is, if only this, then that. If only she would stop taking it personally, then I'd be happy. So we link up our happiness with the idea that it has to be a certain way. And pretty soon, we're not so happy because we're believing that thought. As soon as the condition falls away and we can no longer believe that that's what we need, or we even know what we need, then we end up realizing, wow, I want this person to be just the way they are. I don't want that. I don't want her to take it personally unless she does stop taking it. I don't want her to not take it personally unless she stops taking it personally. I want the one that's in front of me now. That's love. Ego says, you need to be this way. You need to make me feel better. You need to make me more comfortable with how you're showing up. You need to not judge me. You need to not take it personally. But it's actually the other way around. I realize, no, I need to not take it personally. So we can turn it around. She needs to not take it personally. I realize I'm taking personally the idea that she took it personally. So to get to peace, I need to not take it personally. To want what I have means I want her to show up exactly as she is. and get curious about what's going on there. You know, when you're taking something personally, it's because it hurts. You feel affronted by someone. And so when I stop believing the thought, I want her to stop taking it personally, I get really concerned and curious and empathetic. I want to know what really is going on with her. I don't need to defend anymore. I can see her over there believing her thinking. It may or may not be about me, and I'm also going to really look at my part. So it's just really fun to be able to say, wow, I want what I have in part. In this case, it was painful to me and it brought me a lesson. I saw how I was taking personally her taking it personally. So those moments are going to be our great teacher. The times we get triggered, we can see how we are doing to ourselves and others exactly what we thought they were doing to us. And again, as those conditions fall away, you want what you have. So you get to have what you want. Take care.